small grassroots organisations with little money come up and fare against, the billions that the corporations and these entities have.
Anytime you suggest any sort of legislative change, money will inevitably come into the question. So when we were proposing the fur ban in Berkeley and San Francisco, the first thing they asked us is how much tax revenue are we going to lose? What businesses is this going to affect? And money, the reality of the world we live in today, even for those of us who think we should get money out of politics, I think we should get money out of economics, frankly. We should live in a need-based society where everybody who has a need is given what they need to survive. But we're not there yet. And until we get there, we need to understand the power of money. One of the things that I was hoping all of you take home from this is that there are no rules. And that everything everyone tells you is a rule, at some point is going to have to be broken. So what we'll be discussing today is just a lot of big picture points and ideas for you to think about and take home to your city to be more effective, but not to apply in some sort of formula. Because there is no formula. And the more you learn about the law, the more you realize the law isn't what's on the books, it's the power in the streets. And if we have power in the streets, we can rewrite the laws. And if the corporations have power in the streets, then they will hold control over those laws. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I've learned.
I'm here at the Animal Liberation Conference, which is an incredible week-long activist event where we learned so much about the animal rights movement, how we can go through many endeavors and how we can effectively revolutionize the system through legislative means, through political means, and through how we can advocate towards a vegan world. It's about being that person, taking action, going to places of death and violence, protesting those places, being bold, love-based actions, not hurting people or condemning them, but coming from a way of understanding and being relatable to them. Because we all were at that point as well, but we evolved. And once we have that knowledge, we have to spread that knowledge. We have to move, we have to mobilize, we have to take action now because animals need us to speak up for them. And I will always speak up for them for the rest of my life.
Очень сложно выбрать, на какую лекцию или тренинг пойти, потому что одновременно проходит 5 или 6, и все очень интересные и важные. Вот, поэтому я выбрала все-таки пойти на как делать расследование на фермах. Вот, сейчас иду туда. У нас закончились все тренинги и лекции на сегодня, и сейчас мы собираемся в кампусе, и у нас будет брифинг перед маршем. Потом мы все вместе выезжаем в Сан Франциско на марш за права животных. Вот, у меня будет роль в этом марше. Я буду одна из активистов, которые будут опускать баннер. Когда мы дойдем до большого торгового центра, мы распределимся по разным этажам и в один ответственный момент синхронно опустим баннеры. Вот, я думаю, что это будет очень круто и сильно, так что я с нетерпением жду марша. Познакомилась и пообщалась с Джеймсом Эспи без камеры, и мы договорились, что в понедельник мы с ним снимем видео, я задам ему несколько вопросов.
It has been a true honor to march the streets of San Francisco with you all. We have done animals justice today with our loudness, by being proud, by being unequivocal, that we don't want free range, we don't want humane. What do we want?
Animal liberation!
When do we want it? Yeah! That is the least the animals deserve. And each and every one of us is a part of making that happen. Right now, what do I want is for everyone else to wake up and realize, just like we have, that we were speciesists, born into a deeply speciesist society that has taught us to love some animals and kill and eat others. I don't want people just to start going to jail. That doesn't fix the problem, that's a band-aid solution. I want people to understand why all beings deserve to be respected, and that if we can ever claim to be a civilized, compassionate, respectful and just society, it's going to take more than putting them in larger cages. To be able to make those claims, we need to extend our circle of compassion to embrace all beings. And that is something that anybody can do. Hunters can make that connection and go vegan. Slaughterhouse workers can make that connection and go vegan. Put your hand up and make some noise if you made that connection and went vegan. There's a lot of special people here tonight. And we're not really special compared to everybody else. We just realized something a little bit sooner. Every single person out there, every rational person, every person with an ounce of compassion can make that same connection. And with us fighting for it every single day, encouraging, educating, inspiring, marching, doing actions, liberating, and everything in between that we can do to achieve a world where all beings are free, they're gonna make the connection too. It's gonna happen. Are we ever gonna stop until we get there? No! When are we gonna fight? When are we gonna stop fighting for the animals? Never is right. We will fight until every single animal is liberated and free. Today is just another day, but a very special day in history. And we'll look back on these marches and activists like us as the start of a powerful revolution that changed the entire world and brought peace to not just some beings, but all beings. So let's keep it on until it's done.